Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading for November 2025. Try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with the very authentic Prince of Cups. Okay, I think you're somebody that is trying to hold on to your own inner truth, even when you are in kind of a hostile environment. You know, I feel like you're a bit of a romantic. Yeah, I feel like there's something that you're trying to accomplish in the world that it doesn't matter how many people tell you it's not going to work. You're still, committed. Yeah, I think that you felt the emotional call or the creative call, and nothing's going to hold you back from this. Yeah. Let's put this into a little bit of context. We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. Got a 9 of Swords, but we have the Star, your Aquarius energy. Beautiful. So here you are present in the reading, believing in yourself. You have faith in yourself. You have hope in yourself. You have trust in yourself and in your spiritual destiny, regardless of what anybody else might be saying to you. Okay, we've got the Moon card. We've got the Strength card. You got the Devil card. You are surrounded. Look at that. You're surrounded by spiritual energy. You are divinely protected right now. Okay, don't ignore this. These blessings are coming into your life right now. You got to follow the signs. You got to trust in yourself, even if you're losing sleep, even if you're in this anxiety type of energy. You are being divinely guided and protected. That is absolutely outstanding. Over here we have a Queen of Swords, a 2 of Cups, a 7 of Swords, and an Ace of Wands. I feel like your confidence is on the rise. I feel like a lot of this good love energy is incoming, a lot of blessings, a lot of success. I think a lot of love is on its way to you. Yeah. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set this down right over here with Bubo, the mechanical owl, right there on top. We're not going to release that kraken until the very end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comments right below the video. Now, as we look around the room, we do see all of this divine protection. We see fire, we see water, we see air. We don't see any earth cards right now. So maybe this is really, the reading here is really about like your mental and emotional life, okay? And when we see our Prince of Cups here, we feel like your challenge is kind of like keeping your balance, keeping your authenticity, staying true to yourself, holding on to your inner truth, even when the emotions around you are surging, even when things are really, really, heightened, really, really activated, okay? And so it's kind of like, you got to continue to express yourself. Clearly, your words matter, okay? Let your emotions kind of fuel your life right now. Your beauty is really coming from inside, and it's right and it's correct, and you need to express yourself, okay? Don't withdraw. Don't succumb to the expectations of others. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on you. This is the bubble in the ocean. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot of pressure for you to like either be a certain way or conform or to think a certain way or to be like everybody else or something like this. Okay, and Spirit wants you to hold on to what you believe in. Follow the call, the creative or emotional call. Okay, you've got to show your intentions, even when it's risky, even when you feel like there's the potential for someone to like not like you. You've got to be yourself. Yeah, bottom line, you gotta be yourself. Show up as yourself and don't compromise your values just because of what you think someone else might want. And that just popped into my head. Like you might be in a situation where you want certain things, you value certain things, you want your life to go a certain way. And it's important that you express that to whoever you're talking to. Okay, let's say I don't know, if it's a romantic situation or something like, and you want a certain kind of life, you got to speak up about that. And if that other person isn't on the same page, you need to hightail it out of there. Okay? Now let's talk about this Nine of Swords. Because the Nine of Swords is sometimes the inner critic. This could be anxiety, this could be mental looping, it could be worry. You could be overwhelmed and a little bit restless. Well, yeah, if you're a bubble in the ocean, you're in a kind of hostile environment, emotions are running high, but you need to be yourself. You need to continue doing what you know to be right. Express yourself, create your life, speak up, hold on to your beliefs, your values, hold on to your truth. This is that energy that's kind of saying like, it's too hard, just stop, just be like everybody else. Just give in already, you know? And you're trying not to succumb to this, okay? So there is stress, but there is also the opportunity for relief, being vulnerable, expressing your feelings, talking to the person. Okay, this might be sleepless nights that you're sort of up worrying about something, or you're up catastrophizing, expecting the worst thing to happen. Okay. I think that you, despite this anxiety, I feel like Spirit is still surrounding you with this very powerful energy, moving you forward. And I think the reaction that you get from the world is a lot different than you think. You're going to get that Two of Cups. Okay. Don't make the mistake of thinking that it would be easier to just give in or give up or forget about what you really truly want or what you truly believe in or what these values are. All right. Now the Star card, again, this is your superpower card. This is you here in the reading. This is faith and hope and trust. This is you believing in yourself. This is you knowing that what you want is meant for you. And you're not going to give up on that no matter what happens, no matter what anybody says. Okay? You believe in this. And this is a card of clarity, hope, healing. Okay? This is you trusting in the future here, doing your best to believe that this path is meant for you, and trying to use this faith to overcome the doubt or that inner critic. Okay? Don't give up on your dream or your art or your truth or your authenticity, whatever it is. Again, there's no earth energy in the reading. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if it's something for money, if it's for art. I don't know if it's a romantic thing. It could be at work, at home, at school. It doesn't matter what you're doing. What matters is how and why. Okay? The mental and emotional state. And that's what we're looking at here. Okay? Be kind to yourself. Trust yourself. Have faith in what you're doing. Don't give up. Okay? What you're getting from this card is reassurance. a renewed sense of direction and protection. Okay, this is your ability to trust in the future, to trust that while there are doubts and this sort of inner criticism, you are being divinely guided. Take gentle care of your body and spirit. Stay consistent. Be kind to yourself and others, especially to yourself, and things will progress. And you also have the moon here. This is that kind of uncertainty. This is where my faith is. I'm not really sure if I trust in this or not. Okay? This is high and low emotional tides. This is a very sensitive emotional energy. Okay? This is fear. This is a lack of clarity. All right. This is a card that's saying, I don't know what the future is going to hold. So this is a situation where the only way to move forward is to face the fear, to say, yeah, you know what, I'm scared because I don't know the future. I can't predict the future. I can't see beyond this dark doorway that's in front of me. My mood's all over the place. I don't even know if I'm facing the right direction. You know when it's so dark you can't even see your hand in front of your face? That's kind of like life, you know? We don't know what the next moment is going to hold. There is no such thing as certainty. And now fear. Fear does a couple of things for us. Fear gives us the opportunity to be brave. And that's your strength card, your lust card. It's courage. You can only be courageous when there is fear. You can only be courageous if there is faith. Okay? So what courage is faith in the face of uncertainty. You can't have faith unless there's uncertainty. Otherwise, why would you need faith? If you're certain about something, there's no faith required. You have faith because this is uncertain. You have courage because it is scary. And that's what that's what we need to focus on right now, because you need to push forward. You got that devil energy. And when you have courage and faith and fear, this goat is going to climb that mountain, doesn't give a you know what's in its way. You're making progress. You're driven. And sometimes that fear draws you, drives you, moves you forward. Right? So that raw fear moves you. So I really like this configuration. I feel like you're being divinely guided. You're certainly under divine protection with the 4 major arcana cards here. And this fear is absolutely necessary. Okay? So we use this. We face the fear, we say thank you, and we do the courageous thing. And that courageous thing, of course, is moving forward, to continue believing in what we're doing, whatever your goals are, it doesn't matter. And, not succumbing to the fear, not quitting, not giving up. You are empowered. You are awake. You're owning this path. You're directing your passions, and you are controlling your emotions. See, some of us would get stuck in the fear and we just say, nope, I quit, I give up, I'm done. I can't take it, it's too much, it's too risky, it's too scary, it's too uncertain. You've got faith and courage. And again, you can't have faith if you didn't have uncertainty. So when you're faced with uncertainty, draw upon your faith. When you're facing your fear, you draw upon your courage. And they're all interconnected. You see, these are all the perfect cards. I can't believe you have all these. I hope you don't ignore this message, because the inner dialogue right now seems like it's dire. Seems like you're catastrophizing. You're expecting the absolute worst. But if you can see the energy that is around you right now, it's really supportive of what you're doing. Doesn't matter what your goals are. What matters right now is how you're talking to yourself. We've got to be empowering. We've got to invest our energy in our future, and we got to say, I trust myself, I believe in this, I can face this. Of course I'm scared. If you weren't scared, you're not really doing anything. So embrace that fear. Say, heck yes, I'm scared, and you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. Use this intensity to express yourself and to step forward into whatever this path is. You're reclaiming your confidence here with this one. And you're owning this path. And you're not trying to ignore the fear. You're using it because it's fuel for this confidence. Okay, like I tell my daughter, she's 5, I say, you can't be brave if you're not scared, because she says, Daddy, I'm scared. Oh, good. We could be brave. And maybe we can be brave together, too. You know, that helps. So I feel like you have to really hold on to your truth. You're a bubble in an ocean. And it may seem very overwhelming, very scary, a lot of pressure. You got to stick to your values. You got to hold on to what you value right now. Whether this is in kind of, like romance, love and stuff, or maybe it's in finances, or it's in your creativity. Maybe you're trying to express your creativity in a way that feels authentic for you. We're meeting with that mental emotional resistance. Okay. So anyway, you got the Devil card too. And the Devil card, to me, right now, is the engine of the car. It's the motivation. You've got your sovereign drive, your creative drive, your pleasure drive. And I think that you're fully activated right now. And I think that you are using your fear as fuel. You are, you're realizing that you have everything it takes to get to the top of this mountain. Okay? You're choosing to step outside of your comfort zone. Because on this side of the moon card, on this side, it's comfortable. I can see everything that's going on here because I've already been here. Going through that doorway is stepping into the dark, scary forest. And when you're in a dark, scary forest, you got to have faith and courage. And of course, the Devil is like saying, I'm at home here too. Because you are the light that is entering that dark, scary forest. See, you're the sun at the bottom of the card, rising up. It's only scary until you get there and your eyes adjust and you think, this ain't so bad. But you're not going to know until you go. If you don't go, it's always going to seem like a dark, scary doorway. That's the door in the house that I never go through. Until one day, you get up enough courage and enough faith, and you go through that door. Let's do a Divine Doorway Oracle card. You go through that door, and then you realize that, hey, it's not so dark in here. It's not so bad. It's not so scary. A distant kiss and a prayer flag. I wish of all wishes that you were here. Through sunlight and rain, I need you near. Are you summoning your higher self? Are you summoning spirit? Spirit here. Spirit is here answering your call. Follow the signs, okay? I feel that there is something very potent and powerful inside of you that needs to be expressed into the world. We need the earth energy. I hope the mystery card is earth, okay? We need that. And, well, that Devil card is the creative energy. This is the creative force. This is you climbing the mountain, doing the work. Your creative drive, your generative drive. This is you bringing all of this potent and powerful creative energy to the physical realm. Put it on paper, put it on canvas, construct it, nail it together, build it, do the work, whatever it is. Okay, whatever it is. And I think that you're going to do it. Now we're going to talk about the path of the serpent. And the thing is about the Devil card is that we have to be able to release kind of, everything that's holding us back. Because there's a lot of stuff here that is sort of tempting you to stop. And sometimes it's just like with that Nine of Swords, it's like I just want the anxiety to stop. So you know what? I'm just going to go back to where I was, where it's safe and comfortable. And then it's kind of like the shadow side of the devil wins. When you succumb to the fear and you say, I quit. I don't want to do it. I'm too much anxiety. The more we think about the anxiety and the more we feel it, the more we have those thought loops, right? The more the anxiety intensifies. The nines of the tarot is the multiplier. This is a misery multiplier. This is an anxiety loop that makes anxiety worse. What we need is movement forward. What we need is to really just kind of power through and do it and believe that we are divinely guided and have faith and have hope and have trust and have courage. Now, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Let me know which card on the path of the dove resonates with you the most. All right, Aquarius, now we're going to talk about our Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is a rather objective energy, trying to get that bird's eye view of the situation, trying to stay a little bit detached from the emotions, okay? And that's kind of a sticky situation. It's a little risky to be detached, right? We don't want to detach from our emotions, but we don't want to be immersed in them and kind of drowning in them either. This is honest self-awareness and emotional clarity. You are composed, you are discerning, you are calm, almost stoic. You're seeing the situation for what it is, without any kind of denial, without really romanticizing it too much, you know? But you're not withdrawing emotionally just to stay safe. You're saying, I'm afraid. I have to muster my faith and my courage, and I have to will myself forward. That's what's going on here. Okay? Set some boundaries in your life. Set some expectations for yourself. Cut out anything that's unnecessary. Simplify your system. Speak your truth. Okay? Be honest with your communication. Be mindful of how you're talking to yourself. Okay? Don't get too aloof. Don't be dismissive of your feelings. Make the decisions from this sort of bird's eye view of things where you can see everything. This card has risen above and is now looking down at the path of the dove and saying, okay, I see all that stuff. Wow, look at how I've been talking to myself lately. But look how much courage and faith and fear and driving force I have all around me. You know, this is the awareness of that. And of course, it allows us then to bring in the blessings. I think a lot of good things are coming into your life. It's because you are willing to move forward and push through this. The Two of Cups is love. It's an exchange. It's mutual love and affection. It's reciprocity. It's emotional resonance. It's warm, it's connected, it's open. This is your ability to build trust. Okay? And the Nine of Swords is kind of like saying you're very anxious about something, you're expecting the worst, you're catastrophizing, you're not trusting anything, you're have all this negative internal dialogue. But the Two of Cups is like, okay, now I'm building trust. Now I'm seeing that we're starting to connect. Okay? So when you show your real self, your authenticity, you're building a stronger bond, a deeper relationship with yourself and with whoever or whatever is involved in this. Again, I don't know what you're doing. But being your authentic self is going to connect you with the right people, the right person. If this is about romance, maybe this Nine of Swords is you really anxious about like getting involved with anybody or dating anybody or getting into a relationship at all. This is a deepening of a relationship. This is your ability to connect with somebody, a deeper bond, a potential for a real commitment, a real connection. Okay? Don't lose yourself just to connect with somebody else, though, you know. Like, this is the expectation that some part of your authenticity is not going to be received well. This is it being received well, okay? So don't freak out. Keep doing what you're doing. It's scary, yes. If you are sincere, this will be an authentic relationship, but don't lose yourself just trying to please somebody else. You're a bubble in an ocean. Your bubble, your truth, your true self, your values, your beliefs, they matter. So don't compromise who you really are just to fit in. You see? Now we also have a Seven of Swords here for you. And for the Seven of Swords, it's kind of a card of distractions, you know. But it's a card of trying to refocus, getting rid of the mental clutter, getting rid of the distraction or the anxiety or anything that's kind of pulling you away, the fogginess, the overthinking, the anxiety. Okay? We're trying to block out all this noise and just stick to the truth of that central sword. Okay? Be honest, be transparent, be authentic. Don't self-sabotage. Don't get distracted by all the... We're regaining focus here. We're cutting down on this noise of this Nine of Swords. So we're refocusing our energy, and what we get from that is, of course, an Ace of Wands. We get confidence. We get real confidence. We get real progress, real power, real focus. This is your laser beam, right? Your laser focus. And the Ace of Wands is that surge of fresh energy and motivation and confidence. It is a mood that is lifted and inspired and ready to begin. So this is your confidence returning. This is you building momentum. This is you kind of getting excited again, getting brave and saying, I'm going to go through that doorway. I don't even care. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's climb this mountain. I'm ready. You know, because I think that it's the mental, it's the internal dialogue that needs to shift for you. Okay? This is you saying, yes, absolutely. You're beginning this path. You're doing this. You're pushing forward. This is enthusiasm. This is confidence. Okay? And this is that spark that's taking root now, because you know that you're exactly where you need to be. Everything that's going on right now, especially on the path of the dove, this is all normal stuff. This is the way it's supposed to be. We just don't want to get stuck talking to ourselves in a negative way. We want to clear that mental space and get fired up. Let's get fired up, Aquarius. Let's look at the mystery card. I want this to be a 6, or I want it to be maybe a Wheel of Fortune, 9 or a 10 of Pentacles. I think Pentacles would be good. Let's see that we're actually doing the thing, whatever the thing is. If you have a prediction, please put it in the comments. Here we go. The Chariot. Well, the Chariot's okay. It's not Earth, but it does show that we're on the road, we're moving forward. It does show that we're taking steps, that we got our direction and we're driving. Okay? We are determined, we've got our willpower, we're building momentum, we're focused on the goal. This is your ability to keep going even when we feel that there's pressure, we feel like maybe we're sort of, we're different than everybody else, we're a bubble in an ocean, we're in a hostile environment. Well, we just drive faster, get through this neighborhood. So we're committed, okay? We are following through, we are staying consistent, we're balancing kind of like our independence with your connections to other people. This is you being in physical movement, too. This is you making visible, measurable, and earned progress. This is going to be a month for you overcoming the mental obstacle or the mental resistance to following your your authenticity. Okay? Now, Aquarius, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, we'll do an I Ching hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. There is a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Aquarius on Tuesdays and Fridays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we are all in this together.